Welcome back. Now when we have entered data into our SPSS file, in our case we have copied that from Excel and pasted it here. Now we can move ahead with analysis. But before conducting any type of real analysis, we would like to make sure that we have entered data correctly. Because when we particularly when we are entering data manually, it is quite likely that we make some mistakes, and it is usually a good idea to ensure that we have entered data correctly. And one very efficient way of doing so is going to analyze descriptive statistics and descriptives. I'll show you how. Okay, actually I had moved these to the other side, but let me move it back to here. When you select, when you go to some for example, this option of descriptives, you will find all the variables that are available on the left side. Okay, you can move those variables to the right side by selecting. You can select a variable by clicking it, and then when you click this arrow, it is moved to the other side. When some variable is on this side, it means now you can analyze it. You can perform analysis on these variables. And since we want to perform analysis on all these variables, we can select these together. We can select all of these and move them to the other side. Okay, but you can do so by clicking one variable, say topmost variable. Okay, and then you can press shift key and hold the down key to select all those variables. Then when you click this arrow, all those variables are moved to the other side. But before that, I would like to point out another thing. You can see that these full labels are appearing here. Okay, work experience, my organization, these were the labels that we entered against each variable name. If you do not want to show this, you can choose to show the name of the variable, and you can do so by right clicking any variable, okay, and choosing display variable names. Now you see what I am seeing is ACQ, share 1, share 2, share 3. Okay, I can move. If I don't like this, I can choose to show variable labels, but I will like to show variable names. Okay, I'll select all of these. And then I'll move all these to the right side. I'll choose options and I will choose standard deviation. Okay, I don't need standard deviation. I just need minimum, maximum and mean. Okay, press continue and then press OK. When you press OK, now this output file I showed you in the very beginning opens. Okay, so the whatever analysis you conduct, its output will be shown in output file. Okay, I want to ensure that I have entered data correctly. Okay, so if I go to this, fine, I see that there are age is minimum 20 and maximum 51. That's fine. Gender is minimum 1, maximum 2. That's also fine. Designation is 1 and 3. We had decided these values for them. And number of employees is 2 and 75,000. Well, that 75,000 seems a bit strange to me. Maybe I have made some mistake. So I would like to make sure that this value is correct. I'll go to my original Excel file and then sort it Z to A, and I see that there is actually a value of 75,000, 55,000, 30,000. These are quite big numbers. but respondents have entered those values. So maybe these are some multinational companies, and the respondents have reported the total number of people employed by their companies. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now let's go back and have a look. So in case of these questions, we had a minimum value of 1 in form of strongly disagree and maximum 5. So if you see any value greater than 5 here, you have probably made a mistake. Okay, and in one section we had these values of 1 and maximum value was 7. So there is no value greater than 7, so we conclude that we have entered data correctly. But if you see, there are two additional variables, variable 0003 and variable tetra 04. What are these variables? We haven't given them any name. So we should probably go back and see what these variables are. Okay, fine. Okay, so they do not seem to have any name. That seems a bit odd, so we should investigate it further. So we need to see if we have copied data correctly. So let's see how many variables are there. Okay, we go to that list and we find that there are about 36 variables. 36 variables. Now we go back to our Excel sheet. Okay, and we see how many variables are there. There are 38. So we have made some mistake. Okay, we have made some mistake, and we need to find that mistake and correct it. So this is a mistake that we need to find and rectify. Okay, let's see. I go to my Excel file and let's see what is the last question. Our top management is fully committed to support innovation activities and programs. Okay, let's go to our SPSS sheet and see. No, this is some other question. We introduce innovation as fundamental part of. Let's see if this question is there. And we introduce innovation. So apparently there are 2 more questions in our Excel file. Okay, let's go back to our questionnaire in Word. And it is we introduce innovation as fundamental part of our company vision. This is the question we have here. And what I see, let's see, scroll. Oh, so here is the issue. There were 2 more questions on the next page that I have missed. So there is no problem. Actually, these are the same 2 questions which are there in the Excel sheet. Our top management fully committed and innovation effectively communicated. You can see our top management is fully committed and innovation is effectively communicated. Fine. So we can simply copy these from here and paste it in our labels. Okay, and then we have this. Let's copy the other question as well. Okay, we can also copy these values. So you see, this helps us. This analysis of simply calculating descriptive statistics for all the variables helps us find mistakes we have made in data entry. Okay. So now we have cleaned our data. Now we can move ahead with analysis.